new Black Wall Street. Do it right, build wealth, live life, economic empowerment, real tips, insight on the new Black Wall Street. It's on the new Black Wall Street. Here's your host.
All right, grand rising to you billionaires. Thanks so much for joining us here today on the Money and Power Show. I'm your host, ERGJ. I'm feeling good in the hood, man. Thanks so much for joining us here today, man. New Black Wall Street presents you guys the Money and Power Show, where we talk about two things that most folks don't want to talk about. That's right, economics, money, politics, power. And this is all cash flow and cash rules, man. I am your host, ERGJ, your certified financial educator, CEO of ERGJ Enterprises, ERGJ Black Bazaar, and international best-selling author of the book, The Black Billionaires Club. The book that I wrote, guys, is a study of Black wealth. It's a study of the 12 richest Black people in the world today and how they built their wealth. And I just truly believe that if you want to be wealthy, this is a big if, by the way, because I realized in my life of living here on this earth for 40-some-odd years that everybody don't want to be rich. I thought that everybody did at one point in time, but I realized everybody don't. And everybody don't want to be wealthy. Everybody don't want to be out of debt. That's just not what everybody wants to do. It's our prerogative. But if you do, I recommend that you begin your journey by studying wealthy people. You can find the book, The Black Billionaires Club, by simply going to the website, www.theblackbillionairesclub.com, www.theblackbillionairesclub.com. It's available in French and also English. Pick up your copy today. Today's episode is being brought to you by ERGJ Black Bazaar, the Afrocentric marketplace, which specializes in Afrocentric home decor, personal care products, and also Black art-inspired gifts. Here at ERGJ Black Bazaar, we got stuff for everybody, man. We focus on those things, but we have adjusted our store for such a time as this, as we do have your CBD products and also your personal protective equipment. You can find your mask, you can find hand sanitizer, all that stuff we do have in stock and ready to get out to you so that you can protect your house. Here's the deal, guys. Let's not be naive. Let's not delude ourselves in thinking that just because cities are opening up, that is safe. No, it ain't quite just there yet. Make sure that you protect your house, your home, your family, your children, all that stuff with the proper protective equipment, as well as still practicing social distancing as you may be out and about, as you may have to go to work, whatever the case may be, man. Don't put your life in the hands of someone else. No, you take control. You take responsibility for your life itself. Here at ERGJ Black Bazaar, you can visit us at www.theblackbazaar.com, www.theblackbazaar.com. We want you guys to remember this, that once you shop Black, you never go back. That's right. Once you shop Black, beautiful people, you never go back, man. We have a wonderful show lined up for us here today. Hit the like button and share button if you care. This is the free financial education for the nation. That's right, free financial education for the nation. Not just that, we got a little political education as well. We do have the money, our weekly savings challenge going on today. This is Black Woman Wednesday. I don't know if we're gonna get it all in. We're gonna try though. I don't know if we're going to get it all in, man. Like and share if you care. Like and share if you care. We're broadcasting using the World Wide Web across Facebook Live, YouTube Live as well. And let us know where you're connected from. What city, what state, what city, what state, what city, what state, what country, quite possibly. We love to rep your city here today and see how far our reach is as we're broadcasting here in our virtual studio in Decatur, Georgia. That's right, Decatur, where is greater, Decatur, Georgia. Man, let's find out who's here with us this morning. The early bird gets the worm. Loki Slick Saucy, the very first person here today, said, man, I'm ready. Thanks so much for joining us, brother, here today out of Charleston, South Carolina. Queen Vivian Reed is in the house out of YouTube. Thanks so much for joining us here today. King Thomas Freeman from Louisville, Kentucky. That's right, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. The home of Muhammad Ali is in the house, man. Thanks so much for joining us here today on the New Black Wall Street Book Club. Queen Adrian is joining us here today on the New Black Wall Street Book Club. The Money and Power Show. Thanks so much for joining us here today on the Money and Power Show. King Sedley is in the house, man, out of Massachusetts. Is in the house. Thanks so much for joining us here today on the Money and Power Show. Queen Tiffany out of Detroit. See that? See that? What is that? The bad girl. She the bad girl, man. Out of Detroit's in the house. Thanks for joining us here today on the Money and Power Show. We are going to we're going to start with, that's right, we're going to start our night, our morning off by making sure we take care of business with our weekly savings challenge. That's right, a weekly savings challenge. This is week number 21 on a weekly savings challenge, the Save Train. That's right, the Save Train. It's the Save Train. And I'm your host, I'm your conductor, Mr. Save-A-Lot, here today on the 52-week savings challenge, which means that each week, according to the week, right? It's the week 21. So we're going to take $21 and we are going to put it into our savings container. So I have my savings container here. It's called the Straight Out of Money Bank. The Straight Out of Money Bank, which simply means for me, if for some reason this thing gets empty, that must mean I'm straight out of money. And we don't want to be there. So we just remind ourselves to keep on feeding the beast. That's right, feeding the beast. And so we're going to take our $21, right, 21, that Jackson and that Lincoln, I believe, or Jackson and Washington, all right, our $21, and we're going to feed the beast, because what I'm doing here is I'm saving today, some money today, because maybe, just maybe later, my money's going to save me. It's going to get me out of some trouble. It's going to help me take care of something I couldn't afford all by myself. And so my 52-week savings challenge, week number 21, is now complete. That puts us at $231 for the year that I have saved in my savings container. How many guys have been charting along with us? You've been saving. You said, man, we're going to go on this train. We're going to ride this train together. Chugga, 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 chugga. Chugga, 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 chugga. That's right. We're going to ride this train together. Now, we're going to take care of our money quote of the day. This actually comes from Maya Angelou. It was pretty long, so I couldn't put all the stuff in there. But just know that Maya Angelou said this, and I quote, "You can only become truly accomplished at something you love. Don't make money your goal. Instead, pursue the things you love doing, and then do them so well." Everybody put in the console, so well. Do them so well that people can't take their eyes off of you. Oh, what great wisdom from the late, great Maya Angelou. Let's read this again. Her quote, "You can only become truly accomplished at something you love. Don't make money your goal. Instead, pursue the things you love doing and do them so well that people can't take their eyes off of you." Now, here's the understanding, is that if you can capture the eyes or the attention of people, you can capture the money that's in their wallet. Let me say that again for the people in the back. If you can capture the attention or the eyes of people, then you can capture the money that's in their wallet. Let me say it again for the people in the back. If you learn how to capture the attention of people, their eyes, that they can't keep their eyes off of you. Now, women, y'all know this very well. Y'all throw on a nice little outfit. You got the form-fitting little gown. Y'all go out, put the little stuff on the makeup. Y'all put the hair up. Y'all just step outside, and then all of a sudden, y'all got a whole bunch of attention. And then all of a sudden, they're trying to put money or buy you a drink or something. They're trying to spend some money on you. It's the same principle. You're just using it in a different way. You do something so well that people can't take their eyes off of you, then you can capture the money that's in their wallet. Whew. So week number 21 of the 52-week savings challenge is now complete. $231 saved so far throughout the year. I hope that you guys are keeping along with us. I'm just going to lead by example and hope that as many as want to will follow the Save Train. All aboard. All right, guys, we are going to get into our political piece. This is actually a book written by Dr. Claude Anderson, who teaches a lot about economics. He's written a book called Powernomics. He's also a great mind, a Black author, a great mind of our time. Let's find out what you guys are talking about here in these comments, man. What's going on? Save Train. That's right. Week 21 Week 21, right? So well. All right, $231. That's right. Say capture the eyes. You can capture the money. You capture their attention. You can capture the money. All right. So this is going to be out of his book, The Black History Reader. And this is he calls this 101 questions that you never thought to ask. Okay. So we're getting into question number 15. And his question is, should Black Americans practice socioeconomics as a team? Should Black Americans practice socioeconomics as a team? And I think I can get through this. Let's find out what Dr. Claude Anderson has to say here today on the Money and Power Show, our political piece. Until I can find a political person to bring on the show, let's read. Should Black Americans practice socioeconomics as a team? So group-based socioeconomics is essential for success within our race-based competitive society in which Blacks are overburdened by poverty and powerlessness. Wealth and power, or money and power, follow numerical dominance, and in our society, the majority wins. Therefore, Blacks must aggregate. Oh, Lord, what the hell? Pineapples. Y'all know what to do. Y'all learn something new. That's a new word for me. Aggregate, or pool as great a number of resources as they can. So aggregate means to pool as great a number of resources as you can, whatever the category. Consumer dollars, votes, economics, and work together. Everybody putting the console together as a team. Remember, racism is the power of one group, whites, to control the lives and opportunities of another group, Blacks. The word racism came from the economics of slavery. The economic and social injustice racism imposed on Blacks because of their skin color are now institutionalized. Blacks must work together as a socio-economic team. Although historical social construct consigned Blacks to the lowest levels in society, they have a chance. We got a chance. They have a chance to win if they organize. Everybody put in the console, organize. That's what Malcolm X said. Malcolm X said they don't outnumber us. They out-organize us. We're not outnumbered. We're out-organized into a functional socio-economic team totally committed to gaining group political and wealth power, just as whites and other groups have done for centuries. But there are obstacles. Now, contrary to the socio-economic practices of other groups, many members of the Black race don't want to play as a team. Too many prefer to support other teams rather than their own team. They are adverse to their own skin color uniform. There are also some Blacks who take pride in denigrating and sabotaging efforts of conscious Blacks who struggle to socioeconomically elevate the Black race. Such inappropriate behaviors impede Blacks from winning a team-based competition or even getting scores on the socioeconomic scoreboard. In a race-based society, team playing is essential, and the groups with the best chances of winning will be those that keep the most control over their own fate and fulfill their self-interest first. From this country's very founding, whites have prospered militarily, politically, economically, educationally, and racially because their team spirit empowered them. Whiteness is a unifying concept defined by the social construct as the race that holds group-based power that can be used over outgroups like Native Blacks and Native Americans. The central purpose of the social construct on race was to enrich only members of the white team with wealth and power. The white team members were classified as first-class citizens. Blacks were classified first as property, later as second-class citizens, and lastly as a group that refuses to play as a team. Although whites have historically operated as a skin color team, they have had an underlying foreboding that one day Blacks might wake up and also begin playing as a race-based team. The racial social construct required that whites operate as a team for mutual, tangible, and intangible benefits. Whites as a team established the slave trade, crafted the nation's founding documents, maintained Black subordination and Jim Crow segregation. Whites denied and controlled Black education and kept Blacks illiterate for centuries by design. Oversaw the legal and extra-legal organizations that abused and criminalized Blacks, regulated the political system, Wall Street stock markets, nearly all major businesses, the media, real estate, and international affairs are affairs as the white team. The white code of conduct was so powerful that Blacks could never be any more nor any less than what the white society needed or what wanted Blacks to be. Consequently, Whites play as a team with an accountability code of conduct. To the contrary, blacks play as individuals with uneven team spirit and no code of conduct. As a result, blacks have yet to win a game, whether they compete against gender, ethnic, or simply poor white groups who play as teams. Knowing that power and wealth tends to follow the numbers, whites generally prefer to interact with blacks by keeping them as a non-threatening, non-competitive minority. As an example, when the prospects of the integration of professional sports arose, whites were fearful of integrating existing professional black baseball, basketball, and football teams into the existing white professional leagues. The social integration process meant black sports teams were required to disappear, to disband, and to release hundreds of the best players in the sports world so that white players could dominate and their teams could hire one or two black players. Politics offer another example. White fear of blacks as a team permeated major political decisions. According to a national poll on the eve of the Civil War, 98% of whites were fearful of and opposed freeing black slaves. After the Civil War, whites in the North did not want ex-slaves to migrate north. A century later, 75% of white Americans were still opposed to and felt blacks were moving too quickly into social integration. Recently, in 2010, a national opinion and public attitude polls indicate that 63% of whites and other groups had negative feelings about blacks, and they did not like and did not want to be around blacks. While there are black-white friendships on an individual basis, the majority of whites oppose and are fearful of advances by blacks as a group. Liberals generally conceive of progress in race relations as a one-to-one assimilation of deserving black individuals. However, in a race-based society, wealth and power, or money and the power, align with the numbers and follow the social construct on race. Wealth and power, or money and power, align with the numbers. While whites venerate individualism, they play as a team. Their individual accomplishments contribute to the power and influence of the white team. Blacks, on the other hand, do not play as a team. Individualism does not work for them in the same way it does for whites and other groups. The social construct on race is historically restrictive. It allows blacks to benefit only individually, and as an exception, it will not allow individual black accomplishments to lift the group out of its bottom status. Blacks were enslaved, impoverished, and made powerless as a group. Therefore, individual black accomplishments, while important, do not make it easier for the group to compete in the marketplace, the political arena, or any other place in which group solidarity is strength. Individual black accomplishments tend to stay just that. The benefits do not accrue to the group. And that's part one. We'll finish this section tomorrow, okay? Whoo, it get hot up in here when Dr. Claude Anderson start writing. I'm telling you, ooh, Lord. Grand Rising to you, man. Find out, catch up on these comments, man. That's right, man. So week 21 is complete. $231 saved for our 52-week savings challenge. Grand Rising to you, Queen Juanita. Grand Rising to you, King Derek is in the house. Thanks so much for joining. Working together as a team, man. Together as a team, man. Organize. See, the Black Billionaires Club is organized, right? Organize. That's right, man. Organize. Wealth and power, or money and the power. That's why we have this show. Money and the power. Man, oh man. Woo! All right, guys. So today is, so what do you guys think, man? What do you guys think about, man, Dr. Claude Anderson, this book, The Black History Reader? It's pretty long-winded, but man, sometimes you just got to read. You just got to get in the book, and that's exactly what we're going to do here. I don't care if we lose people because y'all don't want to hear what Dr. Claude Anderson got to say or not. It's important, and we're going to keep taking some of these cues and thinking about stuff, and then start thinking, see, if we should practice as a team. If you say, yes, we should, then the question you got to ask, well, are you participating as a team? Now, this morning, I put out a post. I said, listen, I agree with what he's saying, but here's what I don't agree with. I understand that the whole race ain't going to participate because some of us are ignorant. Some of us got to grow and develop and learn. Some of us just don't want to, all these different things. The whole race, generally speaking, ain't going to participate. But that's why it's called group economics, right? Group economics means that you can connect with a group and you can practice this thing, and then the group can be the example for the race. So my question would be then, if you believe that Black Americans should practice as a team, what team are you on? Because it's not just the black team. It ain't just the black versus white team. What group are you a part of? What team are you on that you are actually practicing group economics? Now, it's one thing for you to do it and say, okay, I bought black today. Oh, I spent my money with a black person. That's great. You did something individually. And again, that's an individual accomplishment that doesn't really move the needle as far as the whole race is concerned. But when you start operating as a group, and you say, man, we as a group went and bought 10,000 things from that black business, and we do it every week. Oh, Lord. Now that makes a difference. I mean, because here's the deal. Let's be honest. We're going to eat anyway. We're going to eat breakfast, we're going to eat lunch, and we're going to eat dinner. What if everybody went to the same restaurant? Or as much as you could. Maybe you didn't go to the same restaurant because you're out of the country or you're out of the state. Maybe you sent some money in so that somebody else could eat on your behalf. And we still ate at the same restaurant. And then we do the same thing in your city, the same thing in another city. And now we are practicing global group economics. Noticing that everybody in the race is not going to participate. Everybody don't want to be on the team. Everybody don't want to join the club, all that good stuff. But we're actually doing and practicing what everybody else preaches. We're actually doing and practicing what everybody else preaches. A remnant. That's right. We should practice as a team. You would be the example and practice as a team, #group. That's right. Dr. Klein is absolutely right. We need to be politically educated so we can be wise about how we use our finances. Yes, and now that's what I'm working on, sadly. I am looking. I'm searching for these political leaders. I'm not the political. I don't really want to be. I don't know if that's what I know I'm financial. I don't know if I'm quite supposed to be political or not because I'm politically incorrect. I might test some stuff up because I just can't go in there like that. It'll be a whole new ball game if I get in politics. But I'm pretty sure we got some brothers and sisters that are in politics who are unbiased in their position, and that I could bring on and we can speak about this stuff. And that's what I'm looking for. I've been looking for it for about a year. I still ain't found it, but I ain't gonna stop looking because I know it's on its way. But until then, I'm gonna read some good books. Okay, I'm gonna read some good books. Now, here's another thing I want to say this morning before we get into our main text today, which is the Richest Man Babylon. We're starting a new segment called the 7 Cures for a Lean Purse. I do want to say this to all of our brothers and sisters that are out there that feel like you're not being seen. Listen, let me tell you something. I want you to learn how to make it easy. Everybody put it down so easy. How to make it easy to do business with you. Okay? I got two examples. So this morning I woke up. I saw my sister, right? She got her thing going on. She makes these cookies, she makes some cookies and cream, red velvet brownies. And I want them things bad. So yesterday I reached out and said, man, how do I order these damn brownies? And she was like, hey, inbox me, text me, DM me. I said, that's too difficult. That's too much, right? So then I woke up this morning, I asked her again, hey, do you have a website? I want to order these damn brownies. Now notice, I want to spend some money. I'm ready to order the brownies, but it's too difficult. I just want to click something, boom, bam, pay, and be done. I don't want to go through all the conversations, right? Make it easy to do business with you. I got another brother who has, I think his wife, she makes these flavored pickles. And I'll be like, hey, how do I order the pineapple pickles if they got them? I don't even know if they got them, but I'm just making some stuff up now. How do I order some damn pickles? Oh, email this email address and then wait for a response and we'll see. Listen, that's too much. That's too difficult. I just want to order the damn pickles, pay for it, and get it sent to me. I don't think you guys, or some of you guys don't understand how you lose business because the process is too much. We are in a world of digital age. We're in a world where people just want to click and be done. And if you don't have that type of system set up, you are losing business because even though people want to support you. By the time I remember to email you, which I don't even use email very much anymore, that's almost getting outdated. That's almost like the fax machine. And we're still talking about people emailing. The only time I check my email is to see if I got a delivery coming. Oh, it's on its way. Oh, it's almost here. That's about the only time I check my email. I'm not saying that people don't use it, but it is becoming a little slow. Anybody ever had like a code or something sent to them? You know, like email used to be fast. But now, you know, you go on your computer and they say, okay, we're going to send an authentication code to your email so we can verify that you are who you are. And you click that button and you be sitting there looking at the email like, where the hell is my email? Like, what is taking so long? That's why email is getting old. It's getting slow. You see what I'm saying? It used to be fast to us, but now it's slow because we got a lot of other stuff that's a lot faster. Make it easy for people to do business with you. I'm telling you, you're losing business because it's too slow and it's too difficult. You understand what I'm saying? Now, it's not really difficult. It's just that people don't want to go through all of that. I'm telling you, they don't want to go through all that. They want to click, spin, and be done. So I want you to think about whatever it is that you have established, whatever business is that you got going on, and maybe get some help because maybe you think it's easy because it's easy to you. But I'm talking about easy to the masses. Now, the masses are full of people who don't think. They're full of people who just react. You gotta remember, everybody ain't like you. You are special. You are the top echelon. You've got something established. You started something. You had ambition and initiation. You were self-motivated. You was ready to do something. Everybody ain't like you. You are cut above. You are not that you're better. You're more in the leading position. Most people are dumb, deaf, and blind. I hate to tell you this. Okay? They need instructions. They need it to be as easy as possible. They act like they can't think. This is how most people are. I'm not saying it's you. I'm just saying most people are dumb, deaf, and blind. The people don't like when I be honest. That's just the truth. Okay? They act like look, you can put something up, right? Tell me the truth. How many guys put something up for sale or whatever, and then you go ahead and you put the whole description in there. You tell them how long it's going to be for shipping. You tell them what colors you got available. You tell them all that stuff in your details. And then they come right behind. The first person asks you something like this. Where are you located? Did you not? I just put, okay, what colors are available? It's all there. Okay, how long will it take to be shipped? It's right there. People I'm telling you, this is just how people are. So you got to cater to them. You can't expect them to come up to your level when it comes to what you're selling. You can't help them come up to your level as far as the social impact is concerned. But when it comes to this stuff, you don't want to have 45-minute conversations on what colors are available. So I just be like, please see the description. Because it's right there. I took all this time to write all this stuff, and you're going to ask me about what I just wrote? Not today. Bye, Felicia. Right? Make it easy. Make it easy for people to do business with you, okay? All right, man. The richest man in Babylon. The richest man in Babylon. We're finally into the second section, or maybe the third section of this book. It's called The 7 Cures for a Lean Purse. Now, before I do that, before we get into that, it is Black Woman Wednesday, so let's make sure we take care of that as well. Black Woman Wednesday. In the comments below, I'd like for you to share your why share with the Black women today why they are so valuable, so important, why you love and appreciate the Black woman here today on Black Woman Wednesday. We are going to lift up our sisters. We got a lot of sisters here in the comments, and we want to make sure that you know that you are valuable. You know that you are fearfully and wonderfully made. You know that you fine as wine. You know, right? I just want you to know, sisters, all of our Black women that are out there, all of our grandmothers, our aunts, our sisters, daughters, all that stuff, man. Black woman, you got that Black girl magic. I mean, man, there is absolutely nothing that'll stop you when you put your mind to it. See, you are an intelligent Black woman. You're the kind of woman that every woman wants to be and every man wants to be with. I mean, you're the kind of woman that once you set your mind on something, you don't stop until you get what you want. I mean, you'll go over the hills, you go under the valley, you will get it done. You're the kind of woman that protects your family. You're the kind of woman that not only works hard, but you work smart. You're the kind of woman that gets shit done. And man, you're the kind of woman that we absolutely love, adore, appreciate. Man, the whole world is in your hands. You can have everything you want. The question is, what do you want? Black woman, once you decide what that is for you, I'm telling you, the whole world will open its way up for you. I mean, men will be opening up the doors. I mean, women will be clapping with you, man, doing that woman empowerment thing. Black woman, you are a goddess. Black woman. Damn. Whew. What will we do without you? All right, man. Let me go ahead and do that. Give you that cyber hug, black woman. Put it around your neck. Ah, yes. I love me a black woman. Whew. All right, man. People want to hand it to her, man. That's right, man. Tell the whole world why you love, adore, appreciate the black woman, your wife, or whatever it is that you got, your sister, friend. Let's lift the black woman up here today. Sisters are great supporters and leaders, great mothers of the earth. Yes, we get it done, son. Yes, absolutely, man. The black woman is resilient, resourceful, and remarkable. This is Black Woman Wednesday. All right, Black Woman Wednesday. I need to get out there more. We're going to talk about that as well, Lisa, how you can get out there more. You're doing a great job, by the way, with your Move More Yacht. I forgot what it's called. But I've been seeing your posts and stuff like that. We'll talk about how you can get out there more. All right, The Richest Man in Babylon. The Richest Man in Babylon. Now, this book is my number one financial book. If anyone was ever to ask me, other than the Bible, what book I would recommend, this would always be it. It's a book that's 100 years old, and I believe that principles stand the test of time. There's nothing new under the sun. So me teaching on financial literacy or financial education, it's the same stuff that's in this book. I just say it my way and hopefully get a different, get people that speak my language to listen to me. But the principles remain the same, although times have changed, although we have evolved. And so today we're going to start our new section finally. I mean, it took a while to get through the first set, but we ain't in a rush. I could probably teach this the rest of the year. But we're going to get, where am I? That's right. 7 cures, the richest man in Babylon, 7 cures for a lean purse, 7 cures for empty bank account, 7 cures for a leaking wallet, 7 cures to fix your finances. Everybody put it also fix my money. 7 cures to recover, 7 cures to fix your money. So if you got money problems, you got a money problem, here comes some solutions for you to fix the money problem. How did I get to where I am? I read stuff like this and I started to do it. That was it. Number one, I wanted to be rich. That's it. I wanted to be out of debt. I had a desire to no longer have people calling me about money. All right. So I started reading stuff like this and I started implementing it into my life. And then I implemented to the point where I had great success. You can too. That's right. Fix my money, man. Fix my money. The black woman is always selfless and ever giving and supporter. That's right. The black woman is multifaceted, strong, smart, loving leaders. Fix my money. Fix my money. 7 cures for a lean purse. Money and Power Show. The Richest Man in Babylon. Let's read. So the glory of this is the intro before we get to the cures. Oh, yes. Let's get this thing in. Oh, yes. The glory of Babylon endures. Down through the ages, his reputation comes to us as the richest of cities, his treasures as fabulous. We can look at Babylon as America today. America's supposed to be the land of the greatest nation, the wealthiest nation in the world, which I don't believe. But there's a stigma, there's a belief that it is. Yet it was not always so. The riches of Babylon were the results of the wisdom of its people. Everybody put in console #wisdom. This is why I tell people, pray for wisdom, not for money. As always, so it was the results of the wisdom. It came by the results of the wisdom of its people. They first had to learn how to become wealthy. You first have to learn. You first have to learn how to become wealthy. When the good king Sargon returned to Babylon after defeating his enemies, the Elamites, he was confronted with a serious situation. The royal chancellor explained it to the king thus: after many years of great prosperity brought to our people because your majesty built the great irrigation canals and the mighty temples of the gods, now these works are completed, the people seem unable to support themselves. The laborers are without employment. The merchants have few customers. The farmers are unable to sell their produce. The people have not enough gold to buy food, not enough money. They don't have enough money. What does that sound like? But where has all the money gone that we spent for those great improvements? Said the king, said the president. It has found its way, I fear, responded the chancellor, into the possession of very few rich men of our city. It's filtered through the fingers of most of our people as quickly as the goat's milk goes through the strainer. Now, some people call the black community, they call the wealth in the black community liquid money, because it goes through the fingers of most of the black folks' hand as the goat's milk goes through the strainer. That's why they call it liquid money in the black community. $1.3 trillion of spending power that's spent with everybody else, or mostly everybody else other than ourselves. Now that the stream of gold has ceased to flow, most of our people have nothing to show for their earnings. The king was thoughtful for some time. Then he asked, well, why should so few men be able to acquire all the money? Why should so few people be able to own and control more than 50% of the wealth in this great country? Why so few people? Here's the answer. Because they know how. Everybody put in the console, because they know how. How is it that so few people own and control more than 50% of the wealth in this great nation called America? The answer is because they know how. We must first learn how to be wealthy. Because they know how. Replied the chancellor. Now, one can't condemn a man for succeeding because he knows how. You can't get mad at rich folk because rich folk know how to be rich. That's what rich folk do. They get rich. Who are we to be mad at rich folk because rich folk know how to get rich? We should be mad at ourselves because we ain't learned how to get rich. That makes more sense. Let me say that again for the people in the back. How are you and I broke folk if we broke? How are broke folk going to be mad at rich folk because rich folk know how to get rich? That's what rich folk do. They do what they know how to do, which is get rich. Broke folk should be mad at broke folk because broke folk haven't learned how to get rich, nor do they desire to learn how to get rich, because learning takes work. You know that's my shirt right there now, Shanrika. Don't get mad, get rich. Shanrika, did you watch last night? You know we looked at your site, by the way, Shanrika. I know you do all your follow-ups and your reviews and stuff throughout the day. So just know I tagged you in it. I don't know if you watched it last night. Not quite sure, but that's right. Don't get mad, get rich. That is a shirt that we have available on our store. Don't get mad, get rich. Now, I could probably stop right here because this message itself for black folk. Don't get mad, get rich. Don't get mad, get rich. Learn what you don't know. Learn what you don't know. Okay? One may not condemn a man for succeeding because he knows how. Neither may one with justice take away from a man what he has fairly earned to give to men of less ability. So not we can't get mad at them because they got rich, nor should we take away what they have earned just because other people haven't learned how to earn it? The king was, but why? Demanded the king. Why should not all the people learn how to accumulate gold and therefore become themselves rich and prosperous? Now, quite possibly, Your Excellency, but who can teach them? Certainly not the priests, the pastors. They can't teach you how to get rich because they know not of money making. Who can teach them? Certainly not the priests, certainly not the pastors, certainly not the church, because they know not of money making. Well, who knows best in all of our city how to become wealthy, Chancellor? Asked the king. Well, that question answers itself, Your Majesty. Who has amassed the greatest wealth in Babylon? Well said, my able Chancellor. It is Arcad. He is the richest man in Babylon. Bring him before me on tomorrow. Bring him here. We need to talk to the richest man in Babylon. Now, just ask yourself this question, because we just said not the church. But what if the church invited the wealthy people to come speak in the church about finances, about getting rich, so that the people that's in the church can then learn how to get rich? Novel idea. I'm still waiting on my call, by the way. I've only been called by one church, and that was a white church, to teach about money. I'm still waiting. I'm still here and available. Y'all know how to find me. It ain't hard to find. Y'all just, I might be a little, I don't know, straight to the point. But I'm still waiting on my calls from the black church to teach black folk how to get rich. I've been doing it for a long time. Yeah, I might cuss a little bit. God's still working. I ain't gonna cuss in the church now. Y'all know I ain't gonna cuss in the church. I got some respect now. I mean, my mom taught me how to respect folk. Well said, my able Chancellor. Is Arcad. He's the richest man in Babylon. Right? Bring him before me on tomorrow. So the president, this is the president. This is the king. Even he don't know how to teach people how to get rich. He got to bring in the richest man in Babylon to come teach people, his people, the how to get rich. Let's keep going. Upon the following day, as the king had decreed, Arcad appeared before him. He decreed. That means you coming or you die. Okay, you coming to come speak to me. Appeared before him, straight and sprightly, despite his 70 years and 10. He was 70 years old. Arcad spoke the king. Is it true that thou art the richest man in Babylon? So it is reported, Your Majesty, and no man disputes it. Well, how did you get so wealthy? How did you get so wealthy? He said, by taking advantage of opportunities available to all citizens of our good city. Everybody put it down, so take advantage of opportunity. He said, how did I get here? He said, I just simply took advantage of the same opportunities that are available to everybody of our good city. See, the difference is that some take advantage of opportunities, others watch opportunities pass by. Some take advantage of opportunities, others just simply watch opportunities pass by because they won't get out of their own way. Either they don't see the opportunity or they don't believe the opportunity is there for them. Matter of fact, they be having all these great ideas. And their great ideas that typically have something to do with the people who are going to do it. They typically have great ideas for somebody else to do some work. They don't take advantage of their own opportunities. They don't build on their own ideas. They don't work on their own dreams. They got dreams for everybody else. But what about you? Take advantage of opportunities that are available to all the citizens of this good city. That has nothing to start with. He said, no, I didn't have anything to start with. Nothing was handed down to me. The only thing that I had was a great desire for wealth. Everybody put it also hashtag desire. Nobody passed any money down to me. My parents weren't rich and affluent, right? I may have grew up in a worse neighborhood. I might didn't have any education. I had no head start. The only thing that was different for me and all these other wonderful, great citizens that love their family, that work hard, was that I had a great desire. to get rich. I had a great desire to build wealth. I had a great desire to get out of debt and stay out of debt. I had a great desire. Now I feel like I'm archaic. That's nothing different. I'm just a young buck from Decatur, Georgia. I just had a great desire. A desire that was great. The reason why we can call it great, because I think everyone has desires, but they're little fires. My fire was big. My fire was big, and it was filled with my fire was flamed by disgust. My fire was flamed by shame. How could I be a 25-year-old young buck having worked 10 years in the system and still not have any money to my name? I was disgusted with my results. I was shamed as a black man not to have anything. How could I go and marry and be broke? I was ashamed. And that fueled my flame of desire to make sure I'd never be broke another day in my life. I can't speak for everybody else. But he said this, besides his great desire, he had nothing else. Nothing else. Arcad, continued the king, our city is very unhappy. It's in a very unhappy state because few men know how to acquire wealth and therefore they monopolize it, while the masses of our citizens lack the knowledge of how to keep any part of the gold they receive. It's my desire that Babylon be the wealthiest city in the world. Therefore, it must be a city of many wealthy men. Therefore, we must teach all the people how to acquire riches. Tell me, Arcad, is there any secret to acquiring wealth, and can it be taught? Is there a secret, and can it be taught? Arcad said, it is practical, your majesty. That which one man knows can be taught to others. The king's eyes glowed. Arcad, you speak the words I wish to hear. Will you then lend yourself to this great cause? Will you teach your knowledge to a school for teachers, each of whom shall teach others until there are enough trained to teach these truths to every worthy subject in my domain? Arcad bowed and said, I am thy humble servant to command. Whatever knowledge I possess will I gladly give for the betterment of my fellow man and the glory of my king. Let your good chancellor arrange for me a class of 100 men, and I will teach to them these 7 cures which did fatten my purse, that which there was none leaner in all of Babylon. He's going to teach the 7 cures that fattened his purse, that fattened his wallet, that fattened his bank account. A fortnight later, in compliance with the king's command, the chosen 100 assembled in the great hall of the Temple of Learning. Look at that. They had a temple of learning. Seated upon colorful rings in a semicircle. Seated upon colorful rings in a semicircle. Arcad sat beside a small tabaret, upon which smoked a sacred lamp, sending forth a strange and pleasing odor. Behold, the richest man in Babylon, whispered a student, nudging his neighbor as Arcad arose. But he is but a man even as the rest of us. As a dutiful subject to our great king, Arcad began, I stand before you in his service. Because once I was a poor youth who did greatly desire gold, and because I found knowledge that enabled me to acquire it, he asked that I impart unto you my knowledge. I started my fortune in the humblest of ways. I had no advantage, not enjoyed as fully by you and every citizen in Babylon. The first storehouse of my treasure was a well purse. I loathed its useless emptiness. I desired it to be round and full, clinking with the sound of gold. Therefore, I sought every remedy for a lean purse, and I found 7. Everybody put a console, find a way. He looked for a way to get rich. And I would surmise that many of us may not be in a position that we like to be in financially simply because we never looked for a way to get rich. We looked for all types of stuff, and we found all types of stuff. But the simple idea that it could be so simple as me just looking for a way to get rich, looking for clues, looking for answers to my financial problem. We can talk about the problem, but we don't search for a solution. I'm telling you, that's 99% of the problem. We can identify the problem if we can, but then we don't go looking for a solution. We just talk about the problem all day long. Let me read this again. His first storehouse of his treasure was a well purse. He didn't like his purse because it was useless. It was empty. He was broke. He's decided that it'll be round and full, that it'll have money in it. It'll be making noise when he walked, clinking with gold, the sound of gold, and it made it sound good. So yeah, I like that sound. Therefore, he sought every remedy for a lean purse. He started studying. He started looking. He started finding a way. That's what he did. Now, I don't know about you. Now, I don't know where you might be financially. But if you're not where you like to be, are you going to start looking for a way? Are you going to start looking for a solution? Are you going to start looking for a remedy to that problem that you don't like? Therefore, I sought every remedy for a lean person. He found 7. To you who are simple before me, shall explain the 7 cures for a lean purse, the 7 cures for for broke, 7 cures to fatten your bank account, which I do recommend to all men who desire much gold. Now, notice there's the caveat. He only can make this recommendation to those who actually desire to get rich, because those who don't desire, no need for you to come to class. Those who don't desire to be rich, no need for you to be here. Yeah, we could drop a few thoughts into your spirit, but you don't want it, or you don't want it bad enough. So I do recommend to all men who desire, that word again. Each day for 7 days will I explain to you one of the 7 remedies. Listen attentively. Everybody put in the console, listen. Listen attentively to the knowledge that I will impart. Debate it with me if you like to. Discuss it among yourselves. Learn these lessons thoroughly. And you may also plant your own purse, the seed of wealth. Everybody put in the console, the seed of wealth. It's the seed of wealth that grows into the tree of wealth. Here are the instructions again. Listen attentively to the knowledge that he will impart. Debate it. Right? Let's have a good conversation about it. That's what we're going to do. Discuss it among ourselves. That's what we're going to do. We're going to listen. We're going to debate. We're going to discuss. Then as we're doing that, we are simply learning. We're participating in the learning process. Now, think about this for a second. Wherever you go, wherever your temple of learning is, whether that be the school, whether that be the church, whether that be the house, think about these 4 things or these 3 things. You listen to the word, but then you get a chance to debate it because maybe some things don't sit right with you. Then you get a chance to discuss it among your peers. Then those are the 3 keys to learning, I would say. I've kept, or I've captured more through that process than just sitting and taking notes. What would it be like to have the opportunity to debate it with your teacher or your preacher? What would it be like to actually have discussion among your peers? Like, what did you get from this? What did you get from this? What did you get from? Oh, I get it now. Yes. I consider this to be 3 keys to learning. Listen, debate, discuss. Everybody put that comment below. Listen, debate, discuss. Here's what I got from it. What did you get? I don't know if I agree with that. Okay, help me understand this. Make it make sense to me. Listen, discuss, or debate, and discuss. First must each of you start wisely to build a fortune of his own. Then will thou be competent, and only then, to teach these truths to others. There are some people who are in our community, some people who are in our world, trying to teach people about money who have not built wealth for themselves. And we are listening to them. They teach from theory, not from experience. And we are listening to them. There are some people who can teach the theory, but they have no experience. So what happens? When you do, that's why they don't want to debate with you. They don't want to allow debate because they'll be exposed if you debate. That's why there is no discussion, because they will be exposed if they discuss. So they only want one thing, for you to listen to them as they impart not knowledge, but their theory upon you. I'm telling you, start looking for places that you can debate. Start looking, not argue. It's debate is just simply saying, well, here's what I kind of got. You'll help me kind of get it right if I'm wrong, because debate actually takes you up a level in your thinking. And then discussion, right? Here's, okay, now I'm getting this thing. Okay, how can we actually implement this? What do we need to do? What are some things we need to change? Let's discuss this thing. Start looking for those places. If you want to go higher in your understanding, higher in your knowledge, higher in your wisdom. So now he said, first you must start wisely to build a fortune of your own. Everybody put it down. So build my fortune. You must start to build a fortune on your own. Then will you be competent, and only then will you be competent enough to teach the truths to others. That's how I teach you in simple ways, how to fatten your purses, how to make your bank account fat. This is the first step leading to the temple of wealth. We're going to go from the temple of learning to the temple of wealth. Notice the journey from the temple of learning to the temple of wealth. And too many in our community want to skip the temple of learning. Therefore, we go to the gas station and we scratch the ticket and they hope that's going to get us to the temple of wealth. No. Temple of learning first in order to get to the temple of wealth. No man may climb who cannot plant his feet firmly upon the first step. We shall now consider the first cure. I know y'all can't wait. Y'all like, okay, let's get the first. No, we're going to wait. The first cure going to be tomorrow. First cure to be tomorrow here for our 7 cures for a lean purse. The 7 cures to fatten your bank account. The 7 cures to fix the hole in your wallet. 7 remedies. 7 solutions. 7 things that you can do to make sure you get filthy rich. But you got to come to class, because you go from the temple of learning first before you get to the temple of wealth. In the comments below, I'd like for you to share something that you learned today. We call these pineapple moments. Something that inspired you, something that a seed of thought you're thinking about. You're like, man, okay, this stuck out to me today. My good mentor, Mr. Warren Buffett, the 4th richest man in the world, says this, that price is what you pay, but value is what you get. I simply ask you to consider the price you pay to be here, which is not a cost monetarily, but something more valuable than that, which is your time. You've been here for an hour or so, 45 minutes, 10 minutes, doesn't matter. My goal, my job, my mission is to make sure you get way more value than the price that you pay. I'll simply ask you to answer this question in the comments below. Was this worth your time? And why? Was this worth your time? And why? Free financial education for the nation. Free. People simply have to choose to come to class. We've covered our political moment with Dr. Claude Anderson. We've covered our 52-week money savings challenge, which is a week 21. We've began our journey into the 7 cures for a lean purse from The Richest Man in Babylon by Mr. George Clayson. If this is a book that you'd like to get, I do have them available for sale. I think I got about 5 more copies if you want to get the book. I do have them available. Just inbox us at ERGJ Enterprises. I have a link I can put up, but I'm not going to do all that. Also, Black Billionaires Club. You're saying, hey, you want to practice group economics, you're not part of a group. Well, the Black Billionaires Club is open for you as well. Just simply go to the website and learn, learn to work as a team. We talked about that earlier, working as a team. The Black Billionaires Club does 3 things. And this is 3 things that billionaires do. Number 1, they read. We have a book club, which is what we're partaking in today, or a piece of it. Number 2, they build business. That's what we do. We got business development programs, business development sessions to help you take your dream, take your idea from dream to reality. And number 3, not only do they read, not only do they build business, they invest. They learn how to make their money work harder for them. They learn how to make money while they sleep. We teach that as well. Those are 3 things that you're saying you want to be a part of. A book club. You want to be a part of developing your business. You want to be a part of learning how to make your money work for you. Learning how to make money while you sleep. That your money is always out doing some work for you. Well, simply make a decision to join the Black Billionaires Club today. Simply go to the website, www.theblackbillionairesclub.com, www.theblackbillionairesclub.com. Click on Join the Club and become a member and join the team. Join the team. Let's catch up on these comments, man, and we'll wrap up this thing. I got to head out to Douglasville, get these labels for these CBD gummies. That's right, man. Hey, let's see what you guys talking about, man. This is good stuff, right? Seed of wealth will lead you to a tree of wealth. It starts with a seed. Your money is a seed. If you plant it in good, solid ground, it will begin to grow into a tree, right? Seed of wealth, listen. Seed of wealth, listen, debate, discuss. Listen, debate, discuss. That's right. Build my fort. That's right, sir. I tagged you last night. You said you need a redo now. I mean, just watch it and let me know. We can get you again live. I don't know what your schedule's like, so I'm sure you might work at night or something like that. That's why I think I see you during the day. You might be an RN or nurse or something. But yeah, we took a look at your website because you were like 3rd on the list. So we went ahead. I tried to go in order. So yours came up next. We took a look at it last night. I tagged you. Just watch the video from last night on the BBC. So get some tips, recommendations on what you can do with your e-commerce site. Okay. Build my fortune. That's right, man. Build my fortune. Build my fortune. Build my fortune. Temple of learning first. Temple of learning first. Right? We've been going out of order, haven't we? We trying to get to the wealth, trying to get to the money. Don't want to go to class. Right? We cannot skip the steps to wealth. That's right. It's a step-by-step process, right? No lotto here. Absolutely. Yes, it always worth my time because it exposed me to different perspectives and ideas to improve my life and those I leave behind. Anybody else? Anybody else this morning here on the Money and Power Show? Good show today, man. I'm excited. I'm excited here on this hump day. I'm excited to be a part of your journey, to be a part of your success, to be a part of your growth, to help you to get out of debt, to help you to build wealth, to help you to get rich. That's what I'm here for. That's my calling, to help as many black folk as I can fix the money problem. And then I'm going to do everything I can every day to make sure I accomplish my mission. I miss that. So hate that. I absolutely look in a few minutes. Absolutely, man. Well, my beautiful people, I want to say thanks so much for joining us here today. Thanks so much for your shares, your likes. Thanks so much for your hearts or whatever else you could do on the screen. Thanks so much for engaging and participating. And I hope you had a wonderful time here with us today on the Money and Power Show. I want you guys to remember this, that it takes a village and it starts with us. Let's build as we climb together. We all we got, beautiful people. Matter of fact, we all we need. And thank God, that's more than enough. It's time to get up, to get out, and go get something. Mr. DJ, hit the music.
The new Black Wall Street. Thanks you for joining the show. We gave a lot of great tips, but it's time to go. Take the knowledge we shared, hope you use it and grow. We'll see you all there in the next episode of the new Black Wall Street. The new Black Wall Street.